My name is Mackenzie Shirilla. I'm like terrified. He's following me, so.
Alrighty, let's listen to some never before heard 911 audio calls.
What kind of car are you in?
I'm in a Toyota Camry with a pink fluffy steering wheel.
I'm still on the line with you, okay?
Okay. I'm only 17, and this is like a grown
It's okay.
man.
Thank the Sovereign Lord. While my microphone is working, I just had a time to get it to work. This never before heard 911 call. It's from April 4th, 2022. Again, thank Jesus they still had the call. This isn't even part of the discovery. I've never heard it before. It's from the Mackenzie Shirilla case. Of course, it's 119 days before the crash, and a very frightened, terrified Mackenzie Shirilla is calling the cops. You're about to hear that frantic 911 call.
I'm on one and Walnut Creek, and he's following me home.
It's a WMA file, so, it doesn't want to play nicely with MacBooks. I'll play it for you. You'll hear snippets directly from the player. I'm going to chop it up and talk about it. If you want the raw audio file, WMA file, you can get it from my Patreon link below. This is something I'm grateful they still had. They didn't delete it, and it's separate. I believe it wasn't even covered in her court case, but it's from Monday, April 4th, 2022. Mackenzie ran into some problems. Of course, they had to do with driving with her. And of course, she documented part of it, but we've never heard the audio before until now. I had to do separate public records requests for this one. At first, I was told they didn't have it by a different entity, but thank God I got it today. And it's a little over 8 minutes long.
Okay.
I'm just really scared.
Monday, April 4th, 2022 started off at 10:55 a.m., of course, with Mackenzie Shirilla making Snapchat videos. She's driving in her car. She's, of course, singing to some song. She's on her way to this Polaris Career Center in Ohio. So the day began, she's singing this Almighty Day, no lyrics. I don't want your B, that's why I gave her back. They were boring, and I do not be with that. So of course she's doing her thing. She is paying more attention to, her phone and everything else other than the road, of course. So I believe she's on her way definitely to the Polaris Career Center. Now there's a reason she's even there instead of Strongsville High School, or in addition to, because in January 2020, if you read this girl's, her history, the things she did even in high school, she's been in so much trouble. Mackenzie was suspended from school for 10 days, and she was recommended for expulsion from Polaris Career Center, where she was already taking classes. And even the next year, 2021, May 5th, she got into an altercation with another student at Polaris, but let's focus on this day, the following year, Monday, April 4th, 2022. Now, first we're going to listen to Mackenzie's 911 call, her version of events. You might start really feeling sorry for this girl if you didn't know any better. Then we'll see what the man in question involved in this incident had to say, and we're going to learn how it all resolved.
911, what's the city of your emergency?
Hi, I'm in Strongsville, Ohio. There's a grown man following me home, and he won't leave me alone. I have him on video.
Okay, where are you at currently?
I'm on Walnut Creek in Strongsville by the high school. He's literally out of his car. I pulled over to get his license plate, and he's pulling me over. He's trying to, argue with me. He's literally, standing outside my window, and I'm scared to drive home.
So it starts off that day at 1:07 p.m. when Mackenzie is calling into the Strongsville PD to report a road rage and menacing incident. We're going to hear, she's like, this man followed me from the Polaris area. He's blocking her in a driveway and all this stuff. Now, to listen to and to see little 5'3" at that time, 99 pounds she weighed, Mackenzie, to say she was afraid, it's an understatement. I think part of it is acting, too, or she was probably really afraid. So police, they're doing great. They're helping her. So little Miss Mackenzie starts off with, "Hi, I'm in Strongsville, Ohio, and there's this grown man following me home, and he won't leave me alone. I have him on video."
911, what's the city of your emergency?
Hi, I'm in Strongsville, Ohio. There's a grown man following me home, and he won't leave me alone. I have him on video.
Okay, where are you at currently?
I'm on Walnut Creek on Strongsville by the high school. He's literally out of his car. I pulled over to get his license plate, and he's pulling me over. Like, he's trying to, like, argue with me. He's literally, like, standing outside my window, and I'm scared to drive home.
So she starts off this call just making it seem like out of nowhere, little petite 17-year-old Mackenzie is being followed by this grown man for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So she describes being on Walnut Creek in Strongsville by the high school. He's literally out of his car. I pulled over to get his license plate, and he's like pulling me over, like he's trying to argue with me. Literally like standing outside my window, and I'm scared to drive home. And the 911 operator, she's a great operator. She's like, "Are you driving now?" And Mackenzie's like, "Yeah, I'm in my car, but I can't drive home because he keeps following me."
Driving now?
Yeah, I'm in my car because I can't drive home because he keeps following me.
Well, my suggestion is that you drive over to the police department. I can stay on the line with you.
Okay, I'm driving to the police station now. He's going to follow me, though.
That's fine. That's fine. Do you have his license plate?
So the dispatcher had a great idea. She was very patient. She said, "My suggestion is that you drive over to the police department. I can stay on the line with you," which is always a good suggestion. If someone's acting crazy in traffic and they're not leaving you alone and you can safely do so, drive to the nearest police department station. I noticed Mackenzie didn't have to ask, "Where is the police department station?" She probably already knew. She probably didn't even have to put in the address. She was probably already familiar. But anyway, Mackenzie says, "Okay, I'm driving to the police station now. He's going to follow me though. I have his license plate." And the operator's like, "That's fine."
Driving now?
Yeah, I'm in my car because I can't drive home because he keeps following me.
Well, my suggestion is that you drive over to the police department. I can stay on the line with you.
Okay, I'm driving to the police station now. He's going to follow me, though.
That's fine. That's fine. Do you have his license plate?
Did you have that license plate? She's trying to keep her calm and everything. Mackenzie's like, "Yeah, I tried to pull into an abandoned driveway and he tried to block me in the driveway."
Yeah, I tried to pull into a random driveway and then he tried to block me in the driveway.
Okay, where are you driving now currently?
I'm in Walnut Creek out by Lund Road.
Okay. Well, just keep driving. I'm going to keep you on the phone. What's your name?
And the operator's like, "Okay, are you driving now currently?" And Mackenzie's like, "Yeah, I'm in Walnut Creek or out by Walnut Creek by Lund Road." So I'll kind of hopefully map this for you. So the operator's like, "Okay, just keep driving. I'm going to keep you on the phone. What's your name?" And that's where she says, "My name is Mackenzie Shirilla." I'm like terrified. He's following me still.
My name is Mackenzie Shirilla. I'm like terrified. He's following me still.
Okay, the operator's like, "That's fine." She's trying to "That's fine. Everything's okay. Keep it calm."
That's fine. If you come right into the police department, I'm going to have an officer.
Okay, I'm really scared.
That's okay. You're at Lund and...
She's talking to this frightened teenager, and she's probably like, "Oh my goodness, let me keep calm." So this girl will keep calm. She'll drive on over to the police department station. And the operator's like, "That's fine. If you come right into the police department, I'm going to have an officer." And Mackenzie's, "Okay, I'm really scared."
That's fine. If you come right into the police department, I'm going to have an officer.
Okay, I'm really scared.
That's okay. You're at Lund and...
The operator's like, "That's okay. You're at Lund and what? What road?" Mackenzie says, "I'm at Lund and Walnut Creek, and he's following me home."
I'm on Lund and Walnut Creek, and he's following me home.
Oh, and we're going to see how her mother reacts to this, too. Just not audibly, just in the court documents. Okay, so the 911 operator's like, "Okay." And Mackenzie, "I'm just really scared." She puts it on.
I'm on Lund and Walnut Creek, and he's following me home.
She might really be panicked, but she's not telling the full story to police. That's why I believe she's a liar.
Okay.
I'm just really scared.
The 911 operator says, "That's okay, just stay on the line. I'm going to stay on the line with you until you get to the police department. I'll have an officer waiting there for you, okay?"
It's okay. Stay on the line with me. I'm going to keep you on the line until you get to the police department. I'll have an officer waiting there for you, okay?
Mackenzie, "Yeah, okay, he's following me still."
Yeah, he's following me still.
And the operator's like, "You don't know who this person is?" Mackenzie's like, "No, he was driving and he was like on my tail." Remember this part.
You don't know who this person is?
No, yeah, I was just driving and he was on my tail, and I didn't even know why he was following on my I was driving the speed limit, and so he got out of the car at an intersection and he followed me all the way to my neighborhood. So I pulled into a random driveway, and then he pulled into the driveway with me, blocking me in the driveway.
He was like on my tail, and I didn't even know why he was following. You know, I was driving the speed limit. You know, now all of a sudden she's a perfect driver, right? So he got out of a car at an intersection. Oh, just for no reason, Mackenzie? You know, he followed me all the way to my neighborhood. So I pulled into a random driveway, and then he pulled into the driveway with me, blocking me in the driveway.
You don't know who this person is?
No, yeah, I was just driving and he was on my, like, tail, and I didn't even, like, know why he was following, like, on my, like, I was driving the speed limit, and so he got out of the car at an intersection and he followed me all the way to my neighborhood. So I pulled into a random driveway, and then he pulled into the driveway with me, blocking me in the driveway.
Okay, the operator, she's doing her thing. You hear background noise, and she's like, I'm still on the line with you, okay? Okay, Mackenzie's like, I'm only 17, and this is like a grown man.
I'm still on the line with you, okay?
Okay. I'm only 17, and this is like a grown
It's okay.
man.
Now, she does have some valid points, but when we hear his side, you can almost understand maybe why he reacted this way. The operator's like, that's okay. Mackenzie, I'm going to keep you on the line, okay? Just keep driving towards the police department. You know, she's playing the, I'm only 17, I'm just a little girl, I'm scared. This man is following me for no reason whatsoever.
I'm still on the line with you, okay?
Okay. I'm only 17, and this is like a grown
It's okay.
man.
So you hear Mackenzie's heavy breathing. Yeah, I'm scared, she's saying. You can hear her turn signal. You know, she's freaking out.
Mackenzie, I'm going to keep you on the line, okay? Just keep driving towards the police department, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm scared.
The operator says, what type of vehicle is he in? Mackenzie says he's in a, let me check my video. She's like checking the video driving. He's in a Buick. What color is it? Mackenzie says it's all black. It's an all black Buick. I think he's already coming up next to me or behind me. I don't know. I have video of just him yelling at me though.
What type of vehicle is he in?
He's in a, let me check my video. He's in a Buick.
What color is it?
It's all black. An all black Buick. I think he's already coming up next to me or behind me. I don't know. I have videos of him yelling at me though.
Okay.
Now, that's kind of like one exaggeration. I do see videos from her Snapchat from, you know, the evidence we have. I don't see him like yelling at her if she didn't videotape that part, and we don't have the audio is the problem with those Snapchat videos. We do have audio of Mackenzie later telling someone about it.
Pretty much, I just noticed this guy was on my ass, so I like slowed down a little bit, and when I got to the Sheets light from Polaris, he literally got out of the car, which is the video that you just seen, and then he literally followed me all the way down to Lund Road and turned with me on Lund Road, and I thought he was just turning on Lund Road, so I turned onto my street, and then he fucking turned with me, so I knew he was following me then. So I pulled in the first driveway that I could see, and he fucking blocked me in the driveway, trying to like get out of the car and like fight me or something. Like, this is a grown ass man that's like 5'8" trying to fight me. So obviously that scared the fuck out of me, and I called the police, and he was literally not letting me out of the driveway, and then I went to the police station and whatever. That's pretty much what happened. It was so scary.
And of course, we have this new 911 call newly released. So the operator's like, okay, Mackenzie, what's your last name? Mackenzie says Shirilla. She spells it Shirilla. A pretty unique name.
Mackenzie, what's your last name?
Shirilla, Shirilla.
Got a phone number for you?
Yeah, I can give you 440.
Plunder, true crime audio. The operator says, got a phone number for you? She says, yeah, I can give you this 440 number. Officer, you can start to hear an officer in the background, and he's talking to the dispatcher. If you're still on the line with her, let me know when she pulls into the station.
6:30. If you're still on the line with her, let me know when she pulls in. I'm on station.
Let me know when you get close to the station or when you're pulling in, okay? When you pull down Westwood.
Okay. I just don't know. There's a car separating us, I'm pretty sure now, because...
That's okay.
So the operator says, let me know when you get close to the station or when you're pulling in, okay? When you pull down Westwood Drive. So Westwood Drive is right near the police station. Mackenzie's like, I just don't know. There's a car separating us. I'm pretty sure now. The operator says, that's okay. Did you get his license plate? She says, yeah, I did.
Did you get his license plate?
Yeah, I did.
What's the license plate?
It is. Let me watch the video again.
What is the license plate? It is, wait, let me watch the video again. And she's like trying to figure it out. 157G, wait, G9, hold on. Let me save this video to my camera roll so I can like stop it. So she must have directly, recorded it to Snap. So she needs to pull it down to her camera roll so she can pause the video and read the plate, maybe get a screenshot.
It's 157 G. Hold on. G9. Hold on. Let me save this video to my camera roll so I can stop
Okay.
it.
The operator's like, okay, where are you now? Where are you right now?
Where are you at right now?
I'm turning onto Pearl Road from Lund Road. I don't know what to do. He was flashing his brights behind me so I couldn't focus on the road too.
Where are you at right now? And Mackenzie says, I'm turning onto Pearl Road from Lund Road. You can hear her, exhaling. You can hear her turn signal. I don't know what to do. He was flashing his brights behind me. So I couldn't focus on the road too.
I don't know what to do. He was flashing his brights behind me so I couldn't focus on the road too.
So everything in this, if you were to hear this call from the beginning, you would believe Mackenzie is just this sweet little girl, this sweet little victim. All of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, this dude comes barreling up to her, behind her, tailgating her, flashing his brights, and following her home for no reason.
Okay. I just need you to give me the rest of that plate if you can. I don't want you. You can wait until you get to the... Hold on one second. My officers are calling.
The operator says, okay, I just need you to give me the rest of that plate if you can. I don't want you to... Wait, can you wait until you get to the... Hold on 1 second, my officers are... What kind of car are you in? So she's carrying on multiple conversations, of course. She wants Mackenzie to safely drive there, not drive and try and read the plate and all that stuff.
What kind of car are you in?
I'm in a Toyota Camry with a pink fluffy steering wheel.
Mackenzie says, I'm in a Toyota Camry with a pink fluffy steering wheel. So don't we know that as the Camry at the center of the crash?
What color is it? Was your
All
Camry?
black. It's an all black one.
The operator says, what color is your Camry? Mackenzie says, all black. It's an all black one. So now you can hear the dispatch or officer chatter in the background. I tried to find the dispatch audio, but that only goes back to 2025 Broadcastify archives.
Oh my gosh.
Where are you at now?
I'm about to pass Royalton Road, so now I'm real close to the police station now.
So Mackenzie's like, oh my gosh. The operator's like, where are you now? Mackenzie says, I'm about to pass Royalton Road now, so I'm real close to the police station.
Can you still see him in your rearview mirror?
I think there's literally a cop behind me now.
Yeah, he knows where you're at. I let him know, so he might be escorting you over to the station.
The operator says, okay, all right, can you still see him in your rear view mirror? Mackenzie says, I think there's literally a cop behind me now. The operator says, yeah, he knows where you're at. I let him know, so he might be escorting you over to the police station.
Oh my God, thank God, okay. Yeah, I think so. I can't tell. I can't tell exactly where.
That's okay. You don't have to worry about it. I just want you to get to the police department safely, okay?
Okay, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Mackenzie is like, oh my God, thank God. I think so. I can't tell he's actually where. The operator says, that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. I just want you to get to the police department safely, okay? Okay, thank you guys so much. And the operator says, you're welcome. Let me know when you're in a parking spot. Then you can give me that plate, okay? Okay.
Let me know when you're in a parking spot, and then you can give me that plate, okay?
Okay. You guys wanted to come into the police station?
Well, an officer will probably pull behind you. Just make sure that it's the officer and not the guy in the black Buick, but...
And it sounds like Mackenzie says, does it help you guys if I come into the police station? The operator says, an officer will probably pull behind you. Just make sure that it's the officer and not the guy in the black Buick. To hear Mackenzie tell the whole story, you would think this guy in the black Buick is this demon just following her for no reason.
Okay, I'm at the police station now.
Okay. Did the male follow you into the station, do you know?
No, I think I do see his car, but he did not follow me to the station.
Mackenzie's like, okay, I'm at the police station now. The 911 operator says, okay, did the male follow you into the station? Do you know? Mackenzie's like, I know. I think I do see his car. He did not follow me to the station. I think this guy should have followed her to the police station and told the police then and there his side of the story.
Okay. Okay, I see an officer behind me.
Okay. Do you want to give me... Do you want to give me that plate?
Yeah, here. The plate is... It's 157 9VM. Hi.
Hello, you doing okay?
I'm really scared. This is the license plate. Do you want me to show you the video of him?
Let me just see the license plate real quick. Could you give this to my dispatcher?
Yeah.
Okay, Mackenzie says, I see an officer behind me. And the operator's like, okay, you want to give me that plate? She's like, yeah, here's the plate. And they read it out. And then you can hear Mackenzie say to the officer, hi. And the officer's like, hello, you doing okay? I'm surprised he didn't smell like hot boxing blast of weed coming out of her car. Mackenzie, I was really scared. This is his license plate. Do you want me to show you the video of him? And it's harder to hear this portion. Maybe you can hear it with headphones or something. The officer is saying something like, I don't need to see the plate, or I will need. Maybe he knows the dispatcher has the plate. She's probably already running it, finding out who this guy is. The officer says, see the video? Sounds like what he says. Mackenzie says, I have video if that would help. The officer says, yeah.
I have a video if that would help.
Yeah.
So this is...
All right, Mackenzie, I'm going to hang up with you. Talk to my officer, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The 911 operator says, all right, Mackenzie, I'm going to hang up with you. Talk to my officer, okay? And then Mackenzie's like, thank you so much. The operator is like, you're welcome, and the call ends. Now let's read the documents to see, in my opinion, what really happened here. Now, this document is part of the discovery. It's under that menacing road rage Strongsville investigative report. So it talks about basically April 4th, 1:07 p.m. approximately. Mackenzie is advising, some unknown man is following her, and they give you all the streets and all that stuff. And it talks about the part where she pulled into a driveway and Daniel was using his car to block her in. And I didn't really see him ever blocking her in. I saw, maybe she didn't get everything on video. I just don't trust this girl. I saw one portion where he was kind of pulled over and she was kind of behind him, and then he gets out the car and she was, grabbing his plate. She was reversing, and then Mackenzie left. I don't ever see where she was blocked in. Okay, so cops figured out this car belonged to a man named Daniel Trush. They figured out who the car was registered to. And the officer says, I spoke to Daniel on the phone, and he stated he knew the phone call was about the incident that occurred. He said he was traveling southbound on Prospect Road, approaching Mama Julianne's at this Prospect Road location. I guess it's a restaurant or something. He stated the other vehicle, Mackenzie's, was behind him. As he turned into the private drive of Mama Julianne's, he said the occupant of the vehicle threw something at his car and then flipped him off. Sounds just like a Mackenzie move. That's why I believe him. I'm not saying it gave him the right to go follow her. He did exit the lot and follow the vehicle, and he confirmed all the other details provided by Mackenzie, which was corroborated by her videos. The reason I believe this is true is because impatient people do this. I watch it all the time, sometimes on the street right here because it's kind of busy. You know how you're driving and you have to drive and you have to slow down. You're going into your driveway or you're going into an establishment, and the person behind you, I hate tailgaters. They are so impatient. They don't even want you slowing down. You have to slow down to turn. So you slow down, you turn. I watch it every day. Some people rev their engine and right after the person turns. Some people literally honk. Like, I might watch if it's a person taking a turn slowly. Yeah, they honk. Some people are just totally impatient. I mean, one time on my own street here, this woman behind me was so impatient, and I knew her. She's a hairdresser too, but she was always like in such a hurry. I didn't even stop at my driveway to turn in. I literally just went around the whole block just to get her from behind me. And that's what they say do. They say with these tailgaters, don't even brake check them. I used to brake check people. They say don't do that. Just safely, if you can move out of their way, do that. If you have to wait until you can get to a spot where you can get out of their way, do that. Don't brake check them. Some people are just tailgaters, and I believe that's probably what Mackenzie was doing. She's behind him. He's not behind her at first. She left this entire part out. He's turning into Mama Julianne's, and she's up there on his tail, first of all saying she threw something out of the vehicle at his car, then flipped him off. I mean, it's bad enough to flip someone off, but to throw something at their vehicle, that becomes like a road hazard. That becomes dangerous. If Mackenzie really did this, and I believe she probably did, he might have been following her, got into dad mode or angry mode too. Not saying it's right. He probably followed her to say, look, young lady, you threw something at my vehicle. That's not right. I want you to apologize, or who are your parents, or whatever. That might have been his mode. What he should have done is continue to follow her all the way to the Strongsville Police Department and said, look, I want to report this girl threw something at my car. And she flipped me off, which isn't illegal. But let me tell on myself here for a second. When I was in college, so I was probably around Mackenzie's age, and I remember I was probably going to a video store, Blockbuster or something back then. I remember there was an empty space, and there were two cars. Both of us were approaching, and then I turned and took the space, and the guy was in a Mustang with darkened out windows, and he honked like that was my space. We were there, I think, at the same time. And then I kind of flipped him off. And then guess who gets out of the Mustang? It was a police officer, a Florida police officer, probably just riding with his friend, had on full uniform. And so, of course, I was like, whoa. He's like, yeah, you didn't know I was an officer, did you? And I was like, I'm sorry. I apologized. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have flipped him off. But that was it. And it ended there. Nothing happened bad. With Mackenzie, to me, she's playing this role of this innocent little girl. Help me, police. I don't know why this man is following me. It's all his fault. I'm just so innocent. I've never done anything wrong. So anyway, the officer spoke with someone who owned the Mama Juliana's business. She has a camera that faces the drive, the area where Daniel claims the object was thrown at his vehicle. Now, that woman was supposed to follow up to see if she found anything on video. The incident was forwarded to the prosecutor for review. It went to the Strongsville Mayor's Court. So Daniel ended up with disorderly conduct on May 6th. And that's it. I don't see the surveillance video proving Mackenzie threw something at his car. Maybe that exists. Maybe I can still try and find that somewhere. But I did look at the results of his court. So they have his case, and Daniel, he just ended up pleading guilty, and it says waived. That means he chose to just resolve the case immediately. He just pled guilty. He waived. He gave up. He gave up his right to a formal court appearance. He paid $250. It was a minor offense, a misdemeanor. I'm sure Mackenzie thought, oh, I'm done. I got over on my cute little girl good looks and my lies. And even in this paperwork, this is what tripped me out. Natalie Shirilla, who owned that car, she was going to press charges. It says, I spoke with Natalie and advised her to gather more info from her daughter concerning the incident. Did her daughter tell her, Mom, I threw something at this guy's car and flipped him off, and that's why he took off after me? Again, not saying it's right. We don't let our emotions get the best of us. In fact, there was a horrible case where there was some kind of road rage out here in Stowe, Ohio, and this guy literally followed this woman because of road rage, followed her into a Taco Bell driveway, got out the car, and shot her dead. I mean, come on. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying go to the police, make a report. But Natalie stated if criminal charges are available, she would like to press charges. Now, okay, again, I can't blame Natalie because who knows what Mackenzie went home and told her mom. She might have told her mom, this guy started following me for no reason, Mom. But with Mackenzie, it's a pattern. I mean, if you go through her school incidents reports, I can link to my Facebook or just find Plunder Studios on Facebook. I couldn't even list all of the things this girl did. Some of them, calling people racial epithets and sending bad memes and lying about it in fights and just calling teachers the B word. It's so many. It's ridiculous. And even in court, this PowerPoint of Mackenzie's reckless and careless driving, they didn't even include this April incident. They included a few, but they noted there's many. They're saying a lot of people have called Mackenzie a crazy driver. They stated that she drove fast, careless, angrily. It was common for Mackenzie to get into road rage situations. They gave some examples from her snap. May 10th, 2022, she's distracted driving. She's trying to look in the camera. She's doing all her filming when she should be driving.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. What is it?
I don't know.
March 15th, 2022. She's recording a video. A lot of times, sometimes she will, drop her camera accidentally. They're talking about all these effects. They're like, we don't even know if she added all these hard effects on her video while she was driving, choosing her Snapchat effects. April 19th, 2022. She's manipulating her phone to display that her legs are up on the seat and not near the pedals. That's what I put in a different video. Is this the one that might have been the Florida one? Remember, her feet were up, nowhere near the brake or the gas?
First palm tree sighting. I love one.
So it says, more than likely she was in cruise control at the time. And I will admit too, my family teases me. I do like putting a leg up when I'm making a long drive, but I keep one foot down. I never use cruise control. But still, even It's saying, with her feet up on the seat, not near the brake, her attention is on the camera. The odds of an accident occurring in this situation are extremely likely. Then she has all this distracted driving. March 24th, 2022, she's operating and filming, trying to operate the car and filming Snapchats of herself singing. She's, her eyes are just not on the road. To me, it's one thing if you are like listening to a podcast and you're not watching straight video like this, or
Do you want to just go do that?
even if you have on your GPS on your phone and you're glancing at that, that's one thing. But like to be making Snapchat videos and singing along with them. Then they talk about a March 30th, 2022 road rage event. This B dumb as F, she puts on top of, the banner on top of the video. They're like, did she type that out? And, Then there's April 1st, 2022. She calls someone a dumbass, she's like taking a picture of someone else. March 24th, 2022. She's cursing, name calling someone. She's at the Polaris Career Center in Middleburg Heights, Ohio.
This is how fuckers park at Polaris. Look at this retard. He's literally on the line, dumbass.
High speeds, distracted driving. Another Snapchat video, March 20th, 2022. They notice her fluffy steering wheel cover. She is speeding at 90 miles per hour. They clock it and they said nowhere in Ohio is 90 miles per hour allowed. It's not allowed. It's not the Autobahn here. It's not even like she's going 90 and focusing on what she's doing. She's like going 90 and taking videos and stuff. April 19th, 2022, another Snapchat video. The steering wheel cover. She's going 93 miles per hour. Nowhere in Ohio is it 93 miles per hour. This girl is a mess. Ezekiel 15:7. I will set my face against them. Although they have come out of the fire will yet consume them. And when I set my face against them, you will know that I am the Lord. I guess I'm just wondering, what is it going to take for Mackenzie to truly know the Lord? I hope she ends up doing it. The way she's acting here is so apropos. You just see the crash happening at some point. It spirals to this point. I mean, this is 119 days before the crash. Mackenzie needs to recognize herself. If she's the type of person who was always destined for juvie, always destined for prison, always destined to get into it with someone, her diagnoses, I put those on Facebook too, from the counselor, because I really honestly wanted to know what is wrong with her. Of course, if you haven't heard the jail calls I'm putting over there, she's just like, I'm the prettiest. And the way she talks to her mom, like, can you get off speaker? First of all, get off speaker, start with that. I can't hear an effing thing you're saying. Oh, it's horrible. But some of her school records talk about, starting in 2020, the school therapist is noting that she had generalized anxiety disorder and disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. All these things, racing thoughts, freezing up, avoidance behavior, easily frustrated, so many more. But of course, people who suffer from some of these things, it doesn't mean they need to act the way she's acting. So again, if you want to hear all that raw audio without me interrupting, I'll put the file over on Patreon. I still have some other, hopefully they'll come through, Lord willing, in Jesus, some other public records requests in this whole case that weren't a part of the stuff we had before. So far, I've gotten the case files from Strongsville PD and even from the prosecutor's office, Dropbox links. So if you need those, again, they're on Patreon. But I'm still going out to get other stuff that maybe we've never ever heard before or didn't know, because, this case just blew up and we're all fascinated with it and trying to figure out how to avoid a cautionary tale like Mackenzie. But to me, this was another lying incident where she was caught, I believe, driving irresponsibly. And instead of telling the full story, she told a lie. And that guy, maybe he just wanted to talk and say, don't do that, young lady. But, she turned it into this whole, he's menacing me for no reason and he's following me and it's all his fault and I'm just a scared little girl. And it shows you her method of operation. And I feel like that's what's happened with the crash. You know, she did what she did, rammed into that wall. She was used to going in the 90s. She rammed into that wall on purpose. She killed two beautiful souls, Dominic Russo, who she thinks she would be married to this day, and Davian Flanagan. And, you know, never mind the fact, I think he had blocked her like before the crash and all this stuff. It wasn't like they were best of friends or even a new friend, as her mom said. She did that on purpose, in my opinion. You know, you couldn't maneuver that road going nearly 100 into that wall. People who have POTS are like, no, that's BS. You know, if you're sitting down, it's positional. You know, you're not gonna like be passing out. And even if you did pass out while you're sitting down driving, you're not going to have the ability to floor it, pedal to the metal, and drive, you know? So it makes no sense. But Mackenzie's playing the innocent girl role there, too. Like, she's playing that role, oh, I don't know what happened. You know, I need an appeal. I didn't do anything. I'm Miss Innocent. And she knows she's not. The truth would work better. Thanks for watching all this. Check the links below. Again, I'm covering this and many other cases I can sneak in there. A lot of times I'm just putting it up on Patreon or Facebook. Evidence I get I don't even have time to watch because it's just so much. Thank you. Take care.